Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I miss seeing you guys in class, but we're going to make the best of it, and I hope you picked up your packet today or you received my email with the packet. If you're not printing it out, you can just write your answers on notebook paper. If you did print it out, you can write right on the packet. Your packet starts with a welcome letter. I'm borrowing Ethan's, so thank you, Ethan. This goes over kind of the instructions for the packet. Basically, the expectation is that you finish the whole packet by the time I see you again, hopefully on April 1st. Completing the packet counts as basically like you being in school, so we don't have to make up those days. Anything that is online like iExcel, or if you want to read on Epic, anything like that is optional, and you access everything through Launchpad with your regular Lexington One username and password. So anything on the computer is optional, just like extra practice and resources for you. So each day is labeled with what day you need to do it, so that way you can stay organized. I'm going to go through each of the day one work that you need to do. Day one is today, Thursday. So you're going to be starting by reading this Scholastic article called The Ugly Truth. It's an informational text about animals. So after you read this, you're going to be answering these questions. These are all multiple choice questions. If you are not sure of the answer, you need to go back to the text, just like we do in class. And if you really don't know, you can start using process of elimination. Get rid of the answers that make no sense first, and then narrow it down to find the correct answer. If you need to go back and mark up the text, you are welcome to do that. You can underline or highlight where you found your answer at. So you're going to be answering 1 through 5 on the front. You flip it over, and then there's one more on the back that's multiple choice, and then number 7, you're going to write a letter to an animal protection organization explaining why it should also focus on protecting ugly animals. Use at least 2 details from the text to support your points. So you go back to the text, find text evidence, and quote. You can say according to the text, the author stated, and use quotations if you're going to quote exactly. So that's it for reading day 1. Then for writing day 1, you're going to be writing a TDA. But today you're not writing it. Day 1 is just to read it and to take some notes / annotate, which means you're going to take notes. So you're going to be reading the article called The Mysterious Photograph. It is front and back, and this is the prompt you're answering. I would read the prompt first. Actually, I'll read the prompt to you. You're doing the one that is circled. It says, explain how the locations old school building, house, school library in the story make people think about events in the past. Use 3 or more examples of evidence from the text. So now that we know the prompt, we can read the text, know what we should be looking for. You should read it more than one time. And I would go ahead and start underlining or highlighting what I think I might be able to use for evidence. You can write little notes to yourself on the side. You can star things that you think are important. You can put question marks for things you're not really sure about. Today for your TDA, all you're doing is just reading and taking notes. That's all you have to do today. Tomorrow you'll use your graphic organizer, the one that has the 6 boxes. Let's see. And it looks like this. You'll be doing this tomorrow. You don't have to do this today. Today, all you have to do for the TDA is just read it and highlight, take some notes. And that is it for reading and writing. Then you can move into math. Like you guys know, you can do this in any order you want. So if you want to knock out math first like we do at school, you can do that. So the math review is broken up day 1 through 5. So you can decide if you want to do all of it in one day. You can just do a couple of problems a day. It's up to you. This is front and back for 5 days. These 2 boxes are optional because they're for iExcel and using Prodigy and mathisfun.com. So if you have extra time or you want extra practice, you can do that, but those are optional. We have to see you try on every problem. Even if you have no clue, I want to see you try. You can do your work right here, and if you need extra space, there's work on the sheet behind it, right there. And you also can use the back of this. You can use notebook paper, whatever you like. That's days 1 through 5. So just keep working on this for 5 days. Behind that, you're going to see a bunch of pieces of notebook paper with notes. Because you do not have your math notebook with you, these are the anchor charts and notes we have taken throughout this school year on all the different math topics we've covered. There will be nothing on here that is new. Nothing on here is new, so you can do this on your own, I promise. But there's going to be all kinds of hints, tips, and examples for you that go over everything we've done this year, from fractions to area, perimeter. There's geometry in here. Fractions, division, decimals, all kinds of stuff that we have done this year. So if you are working on this math review and you're like, ooh, I really can't remember fractions, you can check out these notes. So that should help you too. And then finally, for social studies, we're going to start by taking some notes because we are moving into our new unit because we're wrapped up our science unit. We were supposed to take our test this week, but we couldn't. So our next social studies unit is the Great Depression. You are going to be doing fill-in notes. These are the slides that we would have done together, but I printed them for you. And your fill-in notes look like this, like we normally do. And I have split it up so you only have to do like this chunk on day one. And the topics of the slides are all right here, and then the bullets are underneath. So like depression, day one is just going to be this first page. So you'll have to read through the slides in order to figure out what to fill in. And that's it for day one. If you want to go ahead in anything, you can do that. I'm going to try and post these videos pretty frequently so you kind of have an idea of what to do, especially if you're confused. But you can always email me too. I'm going to be on my email all the time. So if you have any questions, please ask. We just started that read aloud, the secret code, or the perfect secret. I don't remember what it's called because we just started, and it was not my book, it was Harper's. So we aren't going to be reading that, but I would like you to keep reading, and I want you to remember that if you finish your book, you can go on Epic, you can go on Tumble Books. Tumble Books has to be accessed through Discus, and you can access that through Launchpad, and Epic you can also get to through Launchpad. For today, day one, you can read The Mysterious Photograph, because this is what you'll be reading for your TDA, for when you start writing it. And remember, it's front and back. So that can be part of your reading for today. But you should be reading for 30 minutes every day. If you're at home with siblings, you can read to your sibling. You can be helping them with their homework too. But we're going to get through this, and it's going to be great. And if you have any questions, please let me know. If any of the work is confusing to you, please email me or have your parents email me, and I will help you the best I can. But I know we can do this. A lot of this work is super familiar. So let me know if you need any help. I miss you guys, and stay safe. Wash your hands.